Hi guys! Aw, you're look at him, he's like, what, Mom? Looks super good right now, and this looks pretty cool. Welcome back to my channel. For those of you that are new, welcome. Today we are doing part 5 of our barn build. So again, this will be a multi-day vlog of us working on the barn. So we need to just go ahead and jump right into it. We have a lot to do, continue on from the last video, so I'm going to do a recap on that. But let's get right into it. If you guys are excited for today's video and today's progress, go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel down below. Make sure you turn on those post notifications so you have a chance to get a post notification shout out, and don't miss any of these barn videos because they are just gonna get better because we have a lot of things happening, and this barn is starting to really come into like full circle of a horse barn. So let's get into it. All right, you guys, so at the end of the last video, we had put up these 3 arches. So we still have to do this last arch. We're still deciding on this. And then we need to do these arches on this side, and hopefully we can start to do the arches on top. So that would be really exciting. We have a lot to do today, so we're gonna go ahead and just start with getting these arches up. Also, you guys, I got my first product in for the tack room, and this is super exciting. It's just a saddle rack, but I bought new saddle racks. There's just one. I bought 4 of them, but I thought it was pretty cool. Finally, our first item for the tack room. I got these cool ones that have like just a bar for the saddle pad and then for the saddle. So I thought this was really neat. So we got 4 of them, but I just wanted to share with you guys because we finally have our first item for the tack room. So very exciting. So I am just busy sanding the rest of the arches for the other side. And meanwhile, Mike is busy just cutting the 2x8x12s that go above the arches. How are you guys? It's dark again. And I just sanded my little heart out. And I'm so exhausted, my back hurts. But all of the arches are sanded. And Mike was cutting and preparing the boards to get put up here. So now that I've finished sanding, we can go ahead and put the boards up. We are finally putting the first arch over on this side of the stalls, and we sit here and contemplate for a while which side looks better. This is basically what we do for each board that we put up. All right, y'all, welcome to day 2 of this vlog. So day 1 was kind of unproductive a little bit. It got a little dark out way too quickly. And then we started to get absolutely annihilated by mosquitoes. No, I'm serious, like I can like deal with the bugs because I live in Florida. There's so many type of different bugs, but last night it was so bad I couldn't even work without stopping and itching my legs. So we just had to stop, and it was fine because we were able to draw a lot of stuff out and figure out that we needed more wood for today to do the fronts. So we got more wood, so I'm gonna show you that. And then we just had to do a pit stop and go get hay because we were out of hay. So Mike has brought over like 4 bales, and he's going and he's getting more right now, but his setup of how he's getting this is so goofy looking. But I'm telling him it looks great because it's making him happy because he gets to use our new manure spreader for not even manure, but like he gets to use it. So it's funny, so it's fine. And he can't bring the truck back here because of the trench and how wet it is. So he's over there with the lawnmower and the manure spreader, and he thought this was genius. So, I mean, it's not a bad idea. It just looks like a little hayride. So it's super funny though, because it's so soft sand out here. And he's figuring it out. Hi guys! Aw, look at him, he's like, what, Mom? Turn his whole neck. Your barn will be done soon. There he goes. Wow, this is impressive. Backing it all the way up. And really quickly, we had so much rain, it basically filled our trench back in. So that's pretty interesting. Penelope! Luckily, Mike buried the conduit already right here, and it's not even that like buried right now because it didn't cover as much over here. But if we go down here, it's in the soft part, like as you can see, oh my gosh, he's stuck. We keep getting stuck. So we had to get more wood. The wood never ends, I swear. So we're loading it onto the tractor right now, and we have to bring it over to the barn, but we literally tried to get 30 2x8x12s and they only had 15, so we're gonna need to get even more wood. But then we got 4 2x8x14s, and you'll see in a minute what we're doing with those. And then we also got 4 2x12x14s, and then you'll see kind of why we needed a bigger board than the 2x12x12s that we already have, because we just have to change something just a little bit. But we're gonna get all this wood into the barn, and then we'll get cracking away using all this stuff. So we've got all the hay in, and now Mike's coming along with the tractor and all the wood. Well, this is not all of it, but most of it. And we are just gonna unload it. This is like our 4th trip of wood, but we're getting there, you guys. Hopefully this is like, it's not gonna be our last one, because like I said, they didn't have all the wood. We sold them out as well, but second to last. Okay, so now that we have all the wood that we've got, now we need to finish up what we were trying to do last night. These are the arches that we have left. So that one's sitting there. We just put that one up, this one up, this one up, and then the back one up. And then we're gonna start on the front faces, so that's super exciting. I don't know if we're gonna get all the arches of the front faces today, just because I don't wanna rush the design and I still haven't designed it fully. But you guys are gonna see us design it, so let's just get right into getting these arches up. So now we are actually putting up that first board on this side of the stalls. Then we go and try to do the second side, but then my camera fell, so you guys pretty much miss it, but that's okay. All right, y'all, so we have 2 of the arches on this side. And then we just have to do this one, but we're having a major bolt crisis because we are out of them, but we have like old ones on the ground, like this. But they just get so worn down that they don't break through the metal, so we need to go to Home Depot and get more screws. All right, so we're gonna go to Home Depot, and I feel like this is like our billionth run for screws. Hopefully we'll get enough screws. We won't have to come back again to Home Depot for screws at least, so. All right, it's pitch black outside, but we got 2 boxes of screws, so we are not running out this time. And we did like kind of price out insulation and stuff for the tack room. So the tack room is probably gonna be one of the next bigger projects that we do. So I'm super excited, but we need to get this going. So let's just get back again right into it. So now that we have all of our screws, we are finally ready to crank away and get these arches finished. This is the second to the last one. And boy, did these boards just get heavier and heavier as we were going. But we had our friend helping us, which was really good because it provided another set of hands while we were getting these arches up. This one was a little bit of a pain, but now we're on the last and final one. And this one we didn't have the metal channels to screw in, so we were actually just screwing right into the side of the metal structure. So it was super strong, but we just had to measure it out, and I'm on the other side holding the board for Mike. You can't see me there, but he and I go and switch, and then he starts to screw it back in. And now the last and final arch is going up, so this is super exciting. And it's just getting screwed right into those metal beams. And just like that, we have all of the arches on the sides done. So it's really coming together. And now we just have to make the design for the front and see how we want to do these bars on the sides. So now it's time to do that. We're really getting there, you guys. It's really starting to look like a horse barn. So if we remember, we've been putting these 2x8x12s across the top of our arches. So same concept, we're gonna run 2x8x12 across here, but technically our posts are 12 on center, so that means is it would be in the middle of this post all the way to the middle of that post. So we're gonna need something bigger than the 12-foot board, so we ended up getting a couple 14-foot boards because realistically it's just this one that I want to go all the way to the outside, and then it has to meet on center in there, but then it is 12 on center to there because it's gonna be 12 on center, and then it'll go all the way to the back wall on 12. So that'll be fine. But then we have to do the same thing for this side. So since we put these kind of like in the middle, same thing, this is gonna be more than 12 foot from center to outside. So we got 14 foot, and then we're gonna have to cut them. So we'll go all the way from the outside of here, down to here, middle of here, and then all the way to the edge by the wash rack, if that makes sense, but you guys will see. So now this was like my favorite part of the night, was finally getting up these front faces. So basically doing the same exact thing as we did on the sides. We're just putting those 2x8s on top, and these were really starting to make the stalls look like actual horse stalls because it was boxing them in. So it looked so good. We just went all along, and basically this was like my jungle gym. I just climbed all over the thing and put those boards up. It was pretty hard because it was so tall up there. So we were grateful that we had another person with us, but we're doing just the last and final one, and it's super exciting. All right, you guys, so we're just testing out what this is gonna look like. So basically, this is how it's gonna be closed in. Now, I really need your guys' help, and I'm gonna talk fast because this is a heavy board. So originally we were gonna do an arch here, and then keep this flat, and then an arch here. And that's when we were gonna do a full door, because the full door needed something flat so it to slide on. But now, since we're just doing a half door this size, should I leave these straight and do the arch here and then straight? Or should I continue with the original plan and do arch, straight, arch? I hope I'm making sense by that, but I think it would look cute now since we're doing half door to have like an arched like doorway. But I want your guys' suggestions on that, so put them in the comments because I can't fully decide yet. But what I will say though, it's actually looking super good right now, and this looks pretty cool. All right, you guys, so we're gonna just take a little pit stop here, and it's time to cut the tack room door. So, if you guys remember, we had to take it off so that we could fill in the concrete that was right there. But now, it's time to cut it because we are trying to plan to do the tack room this weekend. So, we need the door. So if you see right here, this little red mark, right there is where the door needs to be cut. So we need to cut it and get rid of all this old concrete splatter, and then we will have a door again. So Mike's gonna go ahead and do the honors. So now Mike is continuing to make that line. We wanted to make sure that it was super even because it is the bottom of the door and we didn't want it to drag. So he's just tracing out his line with his straight edge. And now he's using this circular saw just to cut it. He was going to use the grinder, but the circular saw makes a better and cleaner cut. So that's what he did. He had to put eye protection on because it was starting to get into his eyes. So the door is getting put back on. We put this metal piece at the bottom, almost like a sweep, but not at the same time. It just kind of finishes off the door. It looks really good, so they're just screwing it back on. So I'm excited. We're about to have a door, and hopefully this works. It shuts, sort of.
The latch line up?
Uh-oh.
We can fix that. The screws aren't tight.
Okay. All right, you guys, we have a door finally. This was kind of like a pain in the neck. They couldn't really get it with the hinges and such, but it works. So I'm gonna go ahead and just start to draw an arch on this just to see. I'm gonna do a middle arch just to see what I think it looks like because I'm just using pencil. So what I'm doing is I created basically a radius of what I want my arc to be. So this is me just rigging it up here. This screw is at 3 foot because my radius is 3 foot. And then the saw is just sitting on it because it's like a weight. Then I have my string and I just wrap it around my pencil to my center point. And then basically we just carry the pencil all the way down to the very end and create the arch. So this is the arch basically that I have so far. And I really like it. We used the same length right here that we did on the other arches, so it would be symmetrical, and I think I like this. All right, you guys, so I think we're gonna end this vlog here. We are so tired, so sweaty. It's like past 11 o'clock right now, and we're gonna just stop at this point of the arches because we really don't wanna mess up the arches, so we need to start those another day. We worked really hard. So the next video, we will be putting the rest of the faces on the front and really getting a lot more done, and hopefully we break into the tack room if Mike lets us. But you guys, if you liked today's video and are super excited that the stalls are actually starting to look like stalls now since we have the front faces, make sure you go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up. Right, Mike? Big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel down below. Make sure you turn on those post notifications so you don't miss any of my videos. And of course, have a chance to be my next post notification shout out. Today's shout out goes to... Alright, you guys, we love you and we'll see you in the next one.